They said it was our window on the world. They said it had the power to make the common man uncommon. It came into our homes and changed our lives for all time to come. It was television.
I Remember Television, a perspective on the past, the programs and personalities of television's first decade. Presented by KVCR Television and your host, Ed Rothhaar.
From 1947 until 1960, virtually every boy and girl in the United States, at least those with access to a television set, knew the answer to this question. Are you ready? Say, kids, what time is it? Do you know the answer? Of course. It's Howdy Doody time. It may have been your children who knew that answer or your grandchildren, but more than likely, it was you. In this program, As I Remember Television, we're going to pay a fond memorial tribute to Buffalo Bob Smith. Bob Smith, who was the heart and soul of the Howdy Doody program, passed away at the end of July in 1998 at the age of 80. Is it possible? Yes, he was 80. Going all the way back to television's very beginnings, when there were fewer than 1 million television sets in the entire nation, Bob Smith and the NBC TV network assembled a daily half-hour program for children featuring the antics and messages of a puppet character whose name was Howdy Doody. Mr. Smith provided on-camera hosting and delightful conversations with Mr. Doody, and also provided the voice of Howdy. I never could figure out how, in a live television program that was not fully scripted, and thus they could not rely on pre-recorded audio, how he managed to do that voice without our seeing his lips. That was one of the magical wonders of early live television. The program was on the air in most parts of the United States for a half an hour at 4:30 Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. And by the way, that was the first program of the day in the earliest years of television. Before 1952, when the Today program began, NBC had no daytime television. Howdy Doody warmed up the network for the remainder of the evening. It was among the most popular programs that American children have ever tuned in. I want you to notice as we watch the programs we have for you how effectively Bob Smith deals with the live kids in the studio. Remember, they were called the Peanut Gallery, and it looked like about 25 or 30 kids every day brought in to be a live audience. And mostly in the very early years of primary school, and in a few cases I think they were kindergarten kids, the behavior problems in the studio must have been monumental, but nevertheless the kids were there every day. And of course we were there too, at home, watching the adventures. Adventures? Well, who were some of the characters in Howdy Doody? Clarabelle the Clown, of course, is the one we remember. The clown who honked, bam, 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 but never talked. And Princess Summerfall, Winter Spring, Chief Thunderthud, and of course, Phineas T. Bluster. I hope you remember those characters. Well, you're about to be reminded. Let's fade then from present-day color television to the black and white of the NBC TV network in television's earliest years, because it's time for Howdy Doody, As I Remember Television.
Oh, this is Howdy Doody in color, coming to you live from Doodyville, USA.
Using the RCA
compatible, Dilly.
Yeah, the RCA compatible color system.
Presenting a great Howdy Doody spectacle. Oh, no, spectacular, John. Presenting a great Howdy Doody spectacular. And here he is, your master of ceremonies, the one and only Buffalo Blab.
Oh, Buffalo Bob.
Buffalo Blob.
The Buffalo Bob.
Buffalo Glob.
Buffalo Bob.
Oh, here he is.
Aha, yes, it's great to be where you can see Howdy Doody singing merrily. They laugh and play, there's fun all day in Doodyville, USA. And the fair princess in Indian dress sings her little song of happiness. There's fun all day in Doodyville, USA.
Buffalo Bob, the pioneer, is the bravest man in town. And Clarabelle, we all know well, is the squirting clown.
We all agree it's fun to be where we live so very happily. Why we say hip hip hooray for Doodyville, USA.
Now, Buffalo Bob, it's time to say the words we hear most every day.
Say, kids, what time is it? Yes, sir. So now, boys and girls, stand by for lots and lots of new things. New people on the show. Yes, sir. So come on, kids, let's go. Boys and girls, say, tell me, kids, do you like our new clubhouse?
Yeah!
Pretty great. Well, you know, boys and girls, you helped build it.
And I watch you on television.
Well, all right. You all watch us on television? All right. Well, you know, kids, actually, boys and girls, if you kids hadn't helped build this clubhouse, if you didn't help pitch in there and lend a hand to our good friend, old Sandy McTavish, you know, kids, we never would have had this clubhouse ready in time. But now today, kids, we're going to show you some of the new things and the new people that we have here in Doodyville. First of all, our Princess Summer, Fall, Winter, Spring. She has a wonderful musical surprise for you. Clarabelle's going to do some magic, and we've got a full-length color cartoon to show you. How about that? Aha. And also, kids, the brand new Howdy Doody comics. Yes, we've got a batch of surprises in store for you, so the first thing we're going to do...
How mixed up peanuts?
Well, how, Chief? Good to see you, buddy. How?
The great Aragnac Chief Thunderthud will now sing a song in honor of the new clubhouse.
Well, we didn't...
There is a face shining through
Chief, we have the program all made up. You don't come on until a little bit later in the show. We'll call you.
Cowabunga, I insulted, I leave.
Don't be mad. Oh, excuse me a minute, kids. The telephone is... Pardon me just a moment. Hello, Buffalo Bob speaking.
Is this Buffalo Bob in Doodyville?
Yes?
Texas is calling, sir.
Texas is calling. Listen,
Yes,
kids.
you may go ahead with your call now, sir.
Well, I'll be a ring-tailed hypotenuse if it ain't about time. Hi there, Buffalo Bob.
What? It's Gabby Hayes, kids. Well, Gabby, hey, buddy. How do you like the show so far, Gabby?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, but it kind of misses the Hayes touch. Oh, I'm coming over.
You're coming over?
Yeah.
Well, good, but, Gabby, you'll never get here in time for today's show, buddy.
Who said I won't?
Well, it's impossible, Gabby. Texas is, hundreds of miles from Doodyville.
Listen, you're talking to a Hayes, ma'am.
Well, I know, Gabby, but it's still impossible, Gabby. Don't you see, buddy? You'll never make it.
Who says I won't?
Well, I did, Gabby. You just couldn't get here that fast. Oh, hi, Gabby.
Yeah, hi.
Gabby, you see, you couldn't if you're all the way in town. Hi, Gabby. Hi. Oh. Gabby, hey! boy. Buddy, hiya, Gabby.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late, but I'd have been here sooner. I got all messed up in traffic.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, now, Gabby, that's impossible. You couldn't have come here from Texas so fast. Well, there isn't a horse living that could travel so far so quickly.
Yeah, who said anything about a horse?
What?
I come by foot.
By foot?
Yeah.
Gabby.
Now, wait a minute. I ain't got no time to argue with you.
Well, all right.
I'm on the way to Europe.
Europe?
Yeah. I've heard there's a haze over there without a beard.
A haze without a beard?
Yeah.
And you want to meet him, huh?
Yeah, that's it. I'm going over there and meet him. First and only haze in history without a beard.
Well, that's wonderful. How are you going over, Gabby? By Queen Mary?
No. I don't like them newfangled steamboats, you know.
Well, then, how are you going, Gabby?
How am I going? Well, I'll tell you. You see, it's all in the words in that famous poem that was writ by my poem-writing uncle, Oliver Wendell Hayes.
Oh, yeah. What did he write, Gabby?
Well, it goes something like this.
Yep.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I can row boats. Canoe.
Canoe?
Yeah.
Gabby, you're not going to Europe by canoe.
Who said I ain't?
Oh, you'll never make it, Gabby.
Well, that's what they said to my great-great-grandfather.
Great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Christopher Columbus Hayes. Yeah.
Christopher Columbus. Gabby, that's a tall
I ain't
tale.
got no time to gab with you, son.
Oh.
I want to get over to Europe by nightfall.
Well.
So long there, buckaroo.
Okay, so long, Gabby. Kids, say goodbye, Gabby.
Goodbye,
Gabby. Goodbye, Gabby.
I'll send you some postcards.
Okay, so long, Gabby. Kids, he can't get to Europe in a canoe. Or can he? Well, Clarabelle, look at this. Kids, here is a real colored Clarabelle Clarabelle. Hiya, buddy. Oh, say, Clarabelle, I love that. Give me a ride someday, will you, kids? Kids, here's a Howdy Doody comic book. And boys and girls, I want you to watch this Howdy Doody comic book. Because, kids, one of these comic stories is coming to life. Now watch.
The Ghost Ship, Chapter 1. We're off on a voyage to strange adventures, kids. And when I say strange, I mean wondrous strange. Now, if you'll huddle around your television sets, we'll get started. It was Sunday in Doodyville. Howdy and Deli had scraped the barnacles off their rowboats and were taking it down to the beach. The water was calm, and they wondered how the little craft would take to the sea. And then they heard a voice calling, "Hold her, mates!" "Oh, boy, it's Captain Scuttlebutt!" Well, at once the boys wanted to know what Captain Scuttlebutt was looking out to sea for. Well, the captain told them that he was trying to spy a ship that he had seen on the horizon just the night before. A ghost ship. A what ship? Well, the captain explained that it was a ship that sailed around the world year after year and without a person aboard. Well, the boys laughed. A ship without sailors? Oh, that's impossible. No, the boys wouldn't believe such a silly story. But they kept egging the captain on to tell them more. Now, you see, they wanted to tease old Captain. They didn't believe a word of what he told them. But the captain was a patient man. He would tell them the whole story. And when they had heard it all, they would have to believe him. So Captain Scuttlebutt started. Once upon a time, there was a pirate named Black Bill who sailed with as mean a looking crew as ever was seen on land or sea.
Fire!
Black Bill was so mean his own crew hated him. But there was nothing they could do. If a single man so much as looked the wrong way, Black Bill would make him walk the plank. The pirate captain had only one friend, a walrus he had captured up north beyond the Arctic Circle and raised from a pup.
Land ahoy! Land ahoy!
The evil pirate captain figured there'd be natives on shore. He would capture them, rob them of their gold and jewels, and set fire to their homes. "Lower the boats," he cried. And quickly the pirates piled into their dinghies and headed for the islands to take it by surprise. But it was they who got the surprise, because when they got there was nobody ashore. They looked high and they looked low. They looked north and south and east and west. But the island was completely deserted. They scoured the place from end to end, not a soul to be seen, until suddenly they heard a weird voice that shouted from a cave, "Get off my island."
There, how about that, kid? Did you like that comic? Yes, sir. More coming.
Hurry up.
Well, you know, I...
Come on, tell us that story.
Listen, kids, I wonder what the princess and hide and seek are talking about.
Come on. Oh, sing us the story of Freddie, Prince. Come on. Yeah, sing us about Freddie the Teddy, huh?
Oh, hide and seek. I've sung that song so many times.
Come on, sing it again. Please, Prince.
Oh, all right, hide and seek. And look, here's my mistreated teddy bear.
Oh, that's cute.
What are you doing there, Clowny? What? More noises in this general store recently. What are you trying to do in my store? Get out of here now. Huh? What? What? You got another trick? Well, hurry up. We don't have much time. Hurry up. I got to deliver a thing over there to Tizzy. Hurry up now. What? You got a handkerchief, huh? Oh, this clown's got more tricks, you know. Yeah, you're going to put the handkerchief in the box. And then what? What's going to happen? You going to make it disappear or something? All righty. Well, hurry. Oh! Then more tricks. Get out of my store. Go on. Get out of here.
Well, Zippy, it's certainly good, isn't it? Good to see Zippy here. And what have you got here, Zippy boy? Let me see this. Well, pardon me, kids. This must be some kind of a message. Oh, listen to this, kids. Dear Buffalo Bob, I'm afraid you're right. Traveling by camel is awfully slow. I'm sending this short film with Zippy so the boys and girls can see what my films will be about. I'll be in Doodyville in person beginning Friday. Give my love to the boys and girls. Signed, Lowell Thomas, Jr. Ah, well, thank you, Zip Buddy, for bringing this film to us. Well, kids, I'm anxious to see this film because, you know, Mr. Thomas, the man I met in Africa, and Oh, Zippy must have given the film to Tommy Smider to have him roll it for us. Okay, roll it, Tommy. Now, kids, you watch. This is the film that was sent to us by Lowell Thomas, Jr. Now, if you remember, I met him when I was in Africa. And, kids, here is Mr. Thomas's plane. This is the plane that he is taking around the world. And here we're flying over the Moon Mountains in Africa. And here are the Great Pyramids in Egypt. And look at this boat coming up next, kids. Here's a boat that's not out of a Bible story. No, it's an Arab boat called a dhow. And it's in use today all over the Middle East. Isn't that a boat? And here are some porpoises. And kids, these are African tribesmen called Watusi. They're the tallest tribe in Africa. And look, here's Mr. Thomas riding a camel. And now he's in Afghanistan with a citizen of that country. And, of course, they're called Afghans.
Afghans. Sounds like a blanket to me. This is going along entirely too smoothly to suit me. I thought Bluster'd have spoiled things by now. I wonder what that old Bluster's waiting for, anyhow.
Yeah, boy, you're right. Yeah, I'm wondering myself, you know, the story princess promised that she'd be here, and I don't know where she is.
Gosh, Buffalo Bob, well, when are we going to hear the story, Princess?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm getting impatient.
Well, so am I. Because you know, Howdy, she promised that she'd be here.
Would you really like to see me, Buffalo Bob?
Sure, I'd like to see. What? Who said that?
I did. The story princess.
Story princess. Well, where are you? I can't see you.
Well, you're not trying very hard.
Well, I'm not trying very hard. I'm looking. I'm looking all over.
You're looking, but in the wrong place.
Well?
I'm in storybook land. And if you want to see me, just close your eyes and wish and wish and wish.
Did you hear that, kids? Close my eyes and wish and wish. Come on, kids, all of you. Close your eyes real tight. Close them and let's wish. and wish hard, keep them closed.
Jigsaw was a puzzle because he would not eat his nice green hay or his purple clover blossoms. And finally his mother had to scold him, and she said, Jigsaw, why won't you eat your nice food? 'Cause I'm special, Mother, said Jigsaw, and I need special food. And then his father said, now, tell me, son, what makes you think you're special? Oh, 'cause I can stand on my hind legs and dance and balance a cucumber on the end of my nose. And just to prove it, Jigsaw stood up on his hind legs and he danced. Then he balanced the cucumber on the end of his nose. It was just wonderful. Well, they thought he was very special, so they baked him some nice food. They gave him chocolate cake and strawberry tarts and creamy cream puffs. And Jigsaw was so impressed he just ate and ate and ate. And finally he thought he was much too special to even stay at home. So he ran away to the circus. Away he went down the little brown road to find it. First day he ate chocolate cake. And then he ate strawberry tarts. And then he ate cream puffs. And finally there was the circus right before him. And Jigsaw saw someone cracking a whip making animals do tricks. So he said to the circus man, Mr. Man, here I am to join your circus. I can do tricks. I can stand on my hind legs and dance. So Jigsaw tried to show him that he could, and he stood up to dance. But he couldn't. And then he tried to balance the cucumber on the end of his nose. And it fell off, too. And the circus man just laughed at Jigsaw. He said, you can't do tricks because you've been eating too many special foods. And then he looked in Jigsaw's eyes. They weren't shiny bright. They looked in his mouth. His teeth weren't pearly white. Just as I thought, said the circus man. You need nice green hay and purple clover blossoms. So Jigsaw didn't wait to hear any more. Away he went down the little brown road to his home. And when he got there, his mother and father did a strange thing. They watched Jigsaw go into the meadow and eat his hay. And they looked at each other and they said, our dear little boy is not a puzzle anymore. And boys and girls, that's my story for today. So until I can see you again, remember to think kind thoughts and do kind deeds. And know always I love you very much. Bye. Bye.
Yes, sir. Wasn't that wonderful, kids? Thank you very much. Well, now, boys and girls, we're going to present for the very first time on television, Heidi. Heidi, the Jungle Girl's display of sharpshooting with an African bow and arrow. Let's bring her on with a big hand, kids. Come on, Heidi! Well, Heidi, girl, how are you? And say, you have a brand new dress on. Is that your first dress, Heidi?
Yes.
Well, it's very, very pretty. Tell me, Heidi, girl, how are you?
Heidi, fine, Buffalo Pop. How are me?
Well, me? Oh, no, Heidi. No, you mean how are you?
Heidi, fine, Buffalo Pop.
No, you don't understand, honey. I want to ask how you were. I was only correcting your English there, you see.
You mean you don't care how Heidi I am?
Oh, well, sure I do, Heidi. Only, you see, you said, how are me, and you should have said, how are you. Isn't that right, kids? Good, you see. You say me when you're talking of yourself, and you when you talk of me.
Oh.
You see?
You are me.
Yeah. No, Heidi. Look, let's start all over. I said, hello, Heidi, how are you? Now, what do you say?
Heidi's fine.
That's right. And then you say to me, how are you?
Heidi's fine. How are you?
Wonderful, Heidi. That's right. Good. Try it again.
That's easy.
Say it again.
Heidi's fine. How are you?
See?
Heidi's fine. How are you?
Well, you're learning fast, and that's great. Tell me, are you all set now for the big arrow shooting contest, honey?
Heidi, all set.
All right, great. Well, right now, boys and girls, Heidi is going to show you the kind of fancy shooting that she used when she saved the buffalo's life. You know, kids...
That's what you think, happy boy.
Bluster, what do you want?
I want to put a halt to this arrow shooting. That's what I want.
Well, I...
Move over, girls, so that the people with color sets can fully appreciate the most colorful person in Doodyville.
Now, look here, Phineas. Don't go throwing your weight around here. Don't listen to him, Heidi. This is one time that Phineas is not going to get what he wants.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Whatever Bluster wants, Bluster gets. So, Bopsy boy, please don't toy with me. Make up your mind to leave Doodyville. Take Heidi too. Farewell to you.
Oh, what a ridiculous song. Phineas.
Ridiculous, is it? No, hear this. I don't want any arrow shooting in Doodyville. And as mayor of this community, I forbid this colonel, under the bylaws and statutes of this Commonwealth, Section A, Article B, pursuant to Clause D.
Phineas, you're wasting time. Phineas, you're wasting time. Phineas, you're wasting time.
I am?
Yes.
Well, Bopsy boy, that's exactly what I intended to do. You see, there will be no arrow shooting since the time now for this program to go off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching Phineas T. Bluster in color, coming to you live from Doodyville, soon to be known as Blusterville, USA.
From a long ago weekday afternoon in black and white on the NBC television network, from television's first decade, there you have the Howdy Doody show, as I remember television. Well, please come back to modern times. I hope you have enjoyed that opportunity to revisit Doodyville. It was our way of paying tribute to the late Buffalo Bob Smith, who passed away in July of 1998 at the age of 80. We'll miss Buffalo Bob, but we always have the memories of growing up with Howdy Doody in television's first decade. On the program you just saw, you were introduced to Gabby Hayes, and that's another part of television's first decade, and that 1 hour block for children from 4:30 to 5:30 Eastern Time. Now, Gabby Hayes, or George Hayes more properly, in his earliest years in Hollywood, was a very tall, very handsome-looking leading man. It's hard to believe Gabby Hayes ever having been a leading man in Hollywood, but indeed he was. Going back all the way to the late teens, throughout the 20s in silent films, and then he successfully made the transition into talking films and continued to play leading roles until the mid-30s when his age caught up with him, and character roles seemed to be more in order for George Hayes. And he all of a sudden became Gabby Hayes, that same grizzled, old, wisecracking, joke-telling cowpoke that we simply adored in movies of the late 30s, throughout the 40s. And then in the early days of television, as Mr. Hayes' movie career began to fade, NBC wisely signed him to host an afternoon program in which he shared clips of some of those old cowboy movies, many of which featured him. And that program was on the air immediately following Howdy Doody. Doody was scheduled from 4:30 to 5 Eastern Time, and then Gabby Hayes from 5 to 5:30, as you may well recall. So let's have a few memories to share about Gabby Hayes. As we fade from present-day color television, once again to the black and white of the NBC TV network in the early 1950s, for the Gabby Hayes Show, as I remember television.
Well, howdy, buckaroos. This your old pal Gabby Hayes, coming at you with another one of them rip-roaring western yarns. You're darn tootin'. Yes, sirree, Bob. I guess you buckaroos think I've been crying, huh? No, I just got a little dust in my eye. Oh, speaking of crying, you know, that reminds me of an old uncle of mine. Weepin' Willie Hayes, he was known as. There was the cryingest man the world has ever known, human or otherwise.
He'd cry at anything. He'd go to a show, you know, where there was a lot of comical fellers and clowns and stuff. He wouldn't laugh. He'd just cry. Well, one time they was having a tremendous drought out there in Utah. They hadn't had any rain for 37 years. Farmers was getting a little mite discouraged, so they sent for my uncle. Well, he cried all the way out there, and they sat him down, and he started to cry, and the tears run out of his eyes. First thing you know, the tears were way up to his knees. It was that deep. Kept right on crying. Well, it wasn't long, I'm telling you, before they come right up to here, and he had to swim out of there in a hurry to get drowned. Well, he swum to shore, stood up and looked around, and there was a great big body of water. And you want to know something? It's right there to this very day. Folks calls it the Great Salt Lake. Yes, sir-ree, Bob. Our yarn today is about a fire that was starting to blaze between two groups of honest folks. Of course, they didn't know the wind whipping it up was being blowed by a gang of outlaws that wanted them both burned.
Make sure he doesn't get away. He may have recognized me. Right. Let's separate.
Rustlers. I surprised them.
You know who they were?
Yes, one of me.
He winged one of them before they got him.
You still can't prove who owned it. It's no different than the other 44.
That's right. But if someone should come in here with a sore arm wanting to buy a gun, it might prove something. I think I better check this in. Mind putting this in your safe for me?
Why is it so valuable?
It was used in a murder.
Who was killed?
One of the Kirby punchers.
Who killed him?
I don't know. There were two of them. They didn't wait around to be introduced. I think I better get on over to the sheriff and tell him what happened. His job to catch that murderer.
He'd better call the army instead of the sheriff. That killing's apt to bust this valley wide open.
Yeah. Good. I'll have to stop that.
Taking on a big job for a little man.
Hey, Steve. Your friend had trouble with one of Kirby's punchers.
Did he get a good look at you?
Well, it makes no difference whether he did or not. He won't tell nobody nothing. Someone happened along, and I think it was that stranger, Billy Carson. But I don't believe he was close enough to recognize anyone.
We can't have any guesswork on anything like that.
Well, I just passed him on the street, and he didn't act like I looked familiar.
Well, I'll sound him out and see what he knows. Where's Bart?
Well, that puncher winged him, so he's staying up at the shack until his arm gets well. I'm going to take him up some grub.
It wouldn't be a bad idea if you stayed up there, too, until I find out how things stack up.
Yeah? Well, I'll think that over.
Well, that's it, Sheriff. I'm sorry I can't give you a better description of the killers.
Oh, this valley's a powder keg, and I've been walking a tightrope trying to keep the peace between the farmers and the cattle outfits. Hello, Sheriff. Something wrong? Murder, that's all. One of the Kirby punchers. Who got him? I wish I knew. You coming with me?
Oh, I told you all I know, Sheriff. Told you where it happened. You can read the trail signs. No reason for me to go along. It's none of my business from now on.
Okay, I can't ask you to risk your hide if you don't want to. I won't have any trouble getting a posse. The sheriff had no right to expect a stranger to get tangled up in our troubles. Well, that wouldn't even be good sense.
Yeah. Man might get himself hurt.
That's right.
Hey, Billy. A fellow just bought a vest of grub and a 44 6-shooter, but he didn't have no sore arm.
You can't accuse a man of being a rustler just because he bought a gun, Fred. He might not like it.
Well, I ain't accusing nobody, but... Hey, if you'll watch the store for me, I'll mosey out after him and see where he goes.
Go ahead. But you might get yourself into a mess of trouble by being too inquisitive.
I'll take care of me.
I hope you do.
Billy's partner hit the trail, but it led nowhere. In the meantime, Steve Kinney's men was bloodying up the trail whenever they could.
What's your hurry?
You better stand aside, fella. We've got a job to finish.
You might be wrong.
They claim I was mixed up in the murder of that Kirby puncher. I was lucky to escape with my life.
You sure were. Now you've got a law court here where this can be settled fair and square. And that's the way it's going to be.
Well, the sheriff ain't doing nothing about the rustling and killing that's been going on. I think it's about time we got some action.
You heard what the man said. Hey, Billy, there's the fellow that bought the gun. You notice he's only wearing one.
You two better be smart and start minding your own business before somebody gets hurt.
Anytime you want to give me a word, you can step right up.
Yeah, and that goes for me, too.
Dick was my friend, and I'm going to see that someone hangs for his murder. Dan Harper is the kingpin among them cow-stealing nesters, and I'm going in after him.
I'm not fooling, Red. I hope you can see this my way, because it'll be a lot better for all concerned. Much obliged, Buzz. That scattergun sure has a calming effect when you're on the wrong end of it.
Yeah, old Betsy packs a lot of authority.
How do you feel, Dan?
Oh, I'll be all right.
I don't like the idea of a stranger setting himself up to tell us how to run our business.
Oh, take it easy, Red. He'll soon come down off his high horse.
Uh-oh.
Do you think you can get away with harboring an outlaw?
I'm not harboring anybody.
Well, what would you call a rustler and a murderer if he's not an outlaw?
Wild talk isn't going to do anybody any good. Now, if you want to swear out a warrant against Dan Harper, I'll be glad to turn him over to the sheriff. If you haven't got the courage to do that, you better keep your mouth shut. That didn't take any courage. Being a woman, you know that you can get away with it.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I will swear out the warrant.
That suits me fine. I'd like to see you prove something against me. Let's go to the sheriff's office.
He's out of town.
All right, have me locked up until he gets back.
Can I have your word for it? Those fellas outside won't cause any trouble?
You can?
That's all right. Let's get going.
Red, I'm holding you responsible, and I don't want any trouble. We're taking this fellow over to the sheriff.
I want you to lock Dan up. Miss Kirby there will swear out a warrant when the sheriff gets back. Not much of a farmer, Dan, but I'll keep an eye on your place for you.
Well, I don't know how to thank you, Billy.
Don't try. You'll be all right here till we get things straightened out. I'll send over a doctor to patch you up.
Thanks.
So Carson put over a fast one on you, huh? They can't prove anything against Dan Harper, and even if they could, we won't let him come to trial.
Well, what good will that do?
Plenty. Some night you and the boys will grab the sheriff, and Harper will disappear. The cattlemen will think the farmers rescued him, and the farmers will think the cattlemen hung him. You get it?
Yeah, not bad.
Hey, Billy, look over there.
Well, what about it?
Oh, that fellow that bought the gun was riding with the cowboys and shouting for him to hang Dan Harper.
He was?
Yeah. And Steve Kinney's been trying to prod the farmers into making war with the cattlemen. And the two of them act very chummy outside of working hours.
Yeah. It does look as if he's trying to play both ends against the middle.
Sure do. But how are we going to prove it?
I don't know.
There's some unfinished business between you and me.
Why don't you get that chip off your shoulder, Red? I'm not mad at you.
Well, that makes this your lucky day. And watch your step.
What'd you say?
You can't open your mouth without getting your foot in it, can you?
Well, Steve Kinney jumped the gun, and before anybody knew what was going on, Dan Harper was missing. It looked for sure like the town was going to blow sky high. So Billy decided he'd better head out of town for a spell.
Gunshots up there.
Ah, there's nothing to worry about. You're just jumpy from staying up here alone.
Maybe so, but I'm glad to have company.
get to your feet. Now, where's Dan Harper?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, if that's the way you feel about it.
You wouldn't kill me.
Why not? You tried to kill me. For the last time, where is he?
They're holding him at a shack not far from here.
That's better. Thought you looked like a man that had good common sense. Think I'll tie you up so that you won't wander off and get lost. Come on, get out of here. Yeah, that ought to hold you for a while.
So you're the one who's at the bottom of all this trouble?
Sure. Cattlemen don't love nesters, so it's easy to lay suspicion on you fellas. You talk. What's the difference? He won't be repeating anything he hears. Wait.
I need you in town, Dan.
Well, maybe you think I won't be happy to go with you. I thought I'd never see town again.
Come on, get up on your feet.
Say, how'd you find this place?
It took a little persuading, but Steve Kinney told me how to find you.
With a dirty double-crosser. I'll fix him.
Thanks. It's just what I wanted to hear. Now go on, get out of here.
If those nesters think they can make fools of us, they've got another thing coming. There's a bunch of them over in the store, and I'm in favor of having a showdown right now.
Just a minute. Just a minute. It's my job to keep the peace here, and I won't have that kind of talk. There's no sense in causing useless bloodshed. Hey, what's the idea?
Take it easy, Sheriff. We just want to get you out of harm's way, that's all.
Wait a minute. Take your hands off of me, you understand? Take your hands off of me. Take your hands off of me.
You fellas should have stayed here in town. There's going to be trouble as sure as I'm a foot high. It ain't going to do nobody no good.
Now, you fellas know this ain't right. You're interfering with the due process of the law.
We'll let you out pretty smooth.
Where's Billy?
You there, in the store. Tell us where you got Dan Harper hid out, or we're coming in after you.
Ain't nobody here that knows anything about Dan Harper.
Yeah, we heard all that before. We'll give you just 3 minutes to sing a different song. 3 minutes. all set whenever you give the word.
Just 1 minute more.
You're restless, miss. Dan Harper can tell you all about it. I got another straight around up. What's your hurry, Kenny? Why, I was... Your friends want you to join them at the jail. They told us the whole story. If you don't mind, I'll take that.
Sure, why not? You ain't got nothing on me.
Hi, Fuzzy.
Well, that was quite a yarn. That Miss Kirby certainly was a brave girl. You talk about brave women. I never did tell you about my Aunt Petunia, did I? She was the first lady sheriff in the country, and was she rough and tough. Why, she used to powder her face with gunpowder and curl her hair on bullets. Talk about a loud voice. She let a yell out of her in Sacramento, California, and you could hear her all the way to Altoona, Pennsylvania. Yes, sir. Well, one time there was a bunch of outlaws, and they was holed up in their hideout. My aunt went down there to arrest them. She stood out of the hideout, and she let one yell out of her, and that building started to tremble. She let another yell out of her, and it collapsed. Another yell, and the buildings in the town started to shake. One more, and the whole county started to shake and rumble and roar. And you know what happened? That's what caused the San Francisco earthquake. Yes, sir. Well, I reckon that's just about all for today, buckaroos. But I'll be back next week with another rip-roaring Western yarn. You're darn tootin'. Yes, sirree, Bob.
From television's first decade, from the NBC TV network, there you have the Gabby Hayes Show, as I remember television. Well, please come back to modern times. I hope you have enjoyed these memories, both of Howdy Doody and of Gabby Hayes. Fond memories of when you were a child, and it's wonderful to see them again. We bid fond farewell to Bob Smith with happy memories of Howdy Doody, and we always adore good old Gabby Hayes. We'd like to know what you think of these weekly television visits, and we invite your cards and letters mailed to I Remember Television, KVCR-TV, 701 South Mount Vernon Avenue, San Bernardino, California, 92410. Or you may wish to use our website for your email comments. Send them to www.kvcr.org. Whichever way it is, we certainly want to hear especially from you. This is Ed Rothhaar. Thank you for joining me as I Remember Television.
I Remember Television, a perspective on the past, is written by Ed Rothhaar, produced by Don Leifer, directed by Al Gondos, and comes to you from KVCR-TV in San Bernardino. I Remember Television is a production of the San Bernardino Community College District.